guys, IP address and MAC address difference. Okay. Next IPv4. Okay, IPv4, IPv6 difference. Okay. In IP address classes. The next see the subnet mask. Okay, subnet mask. Class A, class B, class C, subnet mask, and network and host portions. Identification of IP address, which class it is, what kind of subnet mask it is. How to assign an IP address, okay, how to get an IP address kind of stuff also we'll try, that is also. Okay, so now we'll see about a port, okay, NAT PAT kind of stuff. We'll see that one. Okay, while explaining lot, so then it is become more complex, but it is very simple. Now we'll see small points in a here of IP addresses, guys. So first one is this is a private IP address. What is a private IP? Private IP addresses are non-routable in the public. Okay, it won't work in the public IP addresses. For example, I'm going to show you my IP address. What is how to check IP address? IP config or a IP config space slash all. So this is my IP address. So this is a private IP address. Of course, this IP address works within my LAN communication only. It is a non-routable IP address. How I know? Because it's the ranges. Okay? Uses in the LAN communication only. Okay. It is if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, then it is very easy. But if you try to understand, it is very difficult. Yes, these are the private IP addresses ranges. Class A 10.0.0.0 and 10.255, 255, 250. This entire range. It means entire 10 series is belongs to private IP address. And if you see here it is class B 172.16. Okay. 172.16.0.02. It means it will continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of stuff. Even it is in a different networks also. It means this entire series and 17 dot series, 18 dot series, like it continues up to 172 dot 31 dot last. Okay, this entire one is comes under private only. If you use 170.16 private, 170.20 private, 172.25 private, up to 31, which is the public one other than this one in the class B. 172.15 public, 172.32 public. Okay, in between it is 16, it is 31. This entirely it is private IP, but different network, guys. This is a different network, this is different network, this is different network. Okay, all are different networks, but it still it is a private IP. Okay, class B. Class C. Class C. You can write here 192, 168, 0.0. Okay, so of course, class C first three are a network versions. Class B first two are a network version. Similarly, like here it is third one, right? 0.0 means anything with a 0x kind of stuff. This is a one private network. 1 dot series, 1.2, like 3 means 192.168.1.0 network means 0 to 255. Okay, 0 to 255. This entire series up to 255. Up to 250. Okay. This up to here 192.168. That is not changing. Okay. Okay. So this is giving very bad way. Okay. 192.168. This entire part means 190 to 168 is not changing, but this is a one network, this is another network, this is another network, this is another network. Network is changing, this is another network. This is last, but these are all private IP addresses, network only. Okay, that's why we can able to manage in a worldwide. So all LAN net communications within the LAN we use a private. When you go to communicate outside of your LAN, you need a public IP. Guys, understand ranges of public private IP addresses? Hmm? Got it? What is the range of private and public IP address? Okay, this is a simple LAN network. Simple LAN communication. So I have a three pieces. For example, this is my server. Name is A. For example, it is my web server. It is my web server. I want to access that website from CPC. This is the client PC. I want to access this website from this PC. What to do? I have to send a request to APC by APC IP address. The IP address is private IP only. IP address is private IP. For example, sorry, it's better is black. Why? For example, 10.0.0.5. For example, this IP address is 10.0.2. It is from CPC. I send a request to ten dot zero dot zero dot 5. I send a request to this one. Both are private IP addresses. Of course, it is a LAN communication. I can communicate. No problem, right? Don't get any problem. We can directly communicate. So what is this? Intranet. Intranet. Okay. Next. Guys, understand this part? LAN. Okay. Someone is located in some location, different location, not in my LAN, not in my LAN. Okay. Someone is located in different location. You want to access my server, my website, you want to access different network. So you cannot able to access because we don't have any connectivity here. Okay. So what I have done, I have taken a internet. So that is my web server. I want to put it in a public. So what I have done, so finally I put some router, modem, or whatever it is the kind of stuff. finally through ISP. Okay, so I distribute my things through the internet. Okay, but a person want to access my server through internet. So how to reach here? How to reach here? Cannot reach because of my PC having a private IP. My PC having a private IP address. To get access from internet or to access through internet, either you want to access through internet or you want to get access from internet. From means through internet from outside to inside. Like your server, this guy want to access your server web page. That is your wish. Okay, or you want to access some google.com or facebook.com from here to there. You need a public IP addresses. Need a public IP addresses. Understand? To communicate outside of the network, to communicate anything in the internet, we need a we need public IP address. Private IP address is non-routable. In this world, the private IP addresses are billion times of used IP addresses only. Okay, so that's the point here. To communicate outside or to get a communicate from outside to inside through the internet, you need a public IP address. Need a public IP address. Okay, guys, understand that point? What we need: public IP, private IP kind of stuff. Okay. Now, just in case, I have a this server. I want to make this server to get access from internet. Access from internet. So so that one I am using a public IP. For example, I'm using a, 120.5.3.4. I can use very small one also, no problem. Like a 20.5.3. How will I get this public IP? First of all, you have to contact IANA, ICANN kind of stuff, but that is you cannot contact directly. So very simple it is. You can contact your service provider, your internet service provider, those providing legal lines kind of stuff. Okay, so from through that one, better to apply. Why? Because of any packets has to be coming through this ISP routers to your router to you only. So ISP must knows your IP address. Now what happened? Now you got a public IP. I can send a request with your public IP address. So I will send through internet. It will rotate somewhere. It will go and reaches and finally reach your server, the public IP. So I send a request with this 20.5.3.4. If I send a request with a 10.0.0.5, request never goes out. Okay. So for example, I am pinging same 10.0.0.5. Okay. So you will get a request time dot kind of stuff on, or a system destination host not reachable, or a request time dot. It means you cannot reach that kind of IP address. It's a purely private. No, it won't search it. Okay, even it is not searching. It will give you request time dot. Maybe it is connected. Any network is there. It will verify. Nothing is there. It will get. But you try some public IP addresses. Somewhat you may not get a reply. but possibility there is slightest possibilities. If it is there, definitely will get a some kind of outcome. So I will show you that one also. This is private. Even I don't have that kind of 220.3.4.5. Even I will get a request timed out or destination host not reachable, or maybe I will ping kind of stuff, because it's a mainly based on the device availability, location, IP address availability kind of stuff. Request time. Somewhere it is located. That it is a class A means it's a very old IP. Yeah, whatever it is, request time dot only. No difference. Then we will discuss that one anyway. Why we are getting like, guys. This is what public address means. You will get a directly access if you're having a public IP and you are connected to internet and you inform to your ISP. So any packet query is running in the public, you will receive directly. Okay. So this is what is the public IP address meaning is. Okay. Now this PCA and PCB also having a, okay, both are having a public IP. Now PCA and PCB both can able to communicate outside of the network directly, and this PCC cannot communicate because it contains a private IP. Because no public IP address, it cannot communicate in the public. Okay, so that's the main thing. But you may get a doubt. You may not get a doubt also. Why? Because people are listening, not listening also. I don't know. Just I'm speaking to myself on like that. Okay. So see it's a private IP. But I'm getting internet. I'm opening my Gmail account. I'm open youtube.com. So right. I'm using internet. But my IP address is private IP. But still I can able to access outside of the network. How it is possible? Guys, the servers, what are the servers you are communicating? For example, you are pinging to google.com. Okay, something it is given, even completed M, something it is given, whatsoever it is showing an IP address, right? It is showing an IP address. Okay, we are communicating through this IP. This is definitely not a private IP. It is somewhat, it is a public IP address. Okay, so yeah, if you have a public IP, you can able to get communicated and also you will communicate. That's the point number one. Point number two, you have a private IP address. You have a private IP address. For example, this is also having some private IP address. But still, you want to communicate outside of the network by translating to some public IP. For example, this is the inside private IP address is this one. So your server actual IP address inside IP address is 10.0.0.5. But it is when it is going outside, means going through public, it will be changed to some public IP address only. Okay, some public IP address, not some random. Of course, we have to purchase the public IP address. You have to purchase the a public IP address. So you have a multiple servers or a multiple devices. Okay, multiple servers or a devices. When you want to communicate to outside or you want to get communicated from outside to inside, So you have to require a public IP address. But your PC having a your own IP address, private IP, your local IP address is there for local communication. But when you do outside communication or outside to inside communication, you have to communicate with the public IP address. So your router, using router, we will translate these things. We translate your private IP address. Internally, we have a private. Externally, we are using public. We need to translate or a maps inside IP address to outside IP address using the technique called a NAT technique. Network address translation. Network address translation. What is NAT? Network address translation. Maps internal or a private IP addresses to external IP addresses. Okay. Here I have a three private IP addresses. All three IP addresses need a three public IP addresses. Then it is a NAT technique. The NAT is a more like a one-to-one type. Means one private, one public type. One-to-one type means you have a three devices. Three devices need a internet access. So you need a three public IP addresses. Three public IP addresses you have to purchase. You have a 10 servers, then 10 private IP addresses are there. Then you have to buy 10 public IP addresses. 10 public IP addresses. Okay. Okay. So we are all in our home. In our home, we are using broadband connection, Wi-Fi, internet connection, right? In our home, we are using, like I have a laptop. Many of you are having a laptop. I'm currently in my hometown. Okay, two laptops are there. If my sister comes, then three laptops are there. Okay. So currently two laptops. I have a one mobile and one tab means two more devices means for me three devices and there is one more tab and then there is one, two, three, at least another three mobile phones are there. Three plus one, four, five, six, seven, eight, almost all eight devices plus one, nine devices means including TV. We're all getting IP addresses, right? So we have a 9 or 10 devices are there. Means how many public IP addresses I required to communicate in the internet. I have 10 devices, for example. How many public IP addresses? 10 private IP addresses are there, 10 devices, 10 private. But all are should communicate outside only, right? What I do communicate from my mobile phone to laptop kind of stuff. All are I need to watch YouTube or movies or maybe taking a class, right? So I have a 10 private IP addresses. I need a 10 private. I have a 10 devices, 10 private. So then I need a 10 public IP address. Same, just my overall word came from the 10 only. It does not mean don't fix it to the 10 guys. It depends upon number of devices. If you see in this one, three devices, three public, three private IP addresses, three public, you have to require. But if you keep purchasing like that, guys, if you are keep purchasing like this, then the IP addresses will be finished. Okay, because of lot of organizations, BPOs, KPOs, whether the internet centers, so many organizations, so many places, so much of computers, so many mobile phones, computers, tabs, TV, so many devices per home, per person, per organization. So many devices. If you purchase for every private IP, you purchase a public IP address, or for every device, you purchase at least one public IP address. Even for one small country, also not enough IP addresses. Okay, that to computer used, major computer used countries like India and other development countries, IP addresses are not enough. And as an individual user, I'm a individual user. I have a laptop and mobile phones and a TVs, a computer, whatsoever it is. I have a devices. Okay, these devices are connected, of course, wirelessly, wired wise. I don't want to discriminate. Okay, just for our understanding, I have a five devices are there. Then I need a five connections, five kind of public IP addresses. Okay, so whether I want to connect, like I need a five. I have a five private means five public is required, but I cannot purchase five public IP addresses. Or maybe I need a 10 or maybe 20 later. In our office, in Pune office, it's a very small office. We have almost like more than 30 means around 40 to 50 devices are there. So you need a 50 public IP addresses. It's a only branch office you cannot able to. Okay. So here we use technique called a PAT technique. So for example, these are the each device, right? So each device having a IP address. First one, for example, yes, IP address is like this 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 10. Second one is 10 dot 0 dot 11, 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 12, 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 13, 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 14. Totally 5 completed, right? You know, 5 private and 5 public. In this scenario, see, 3 private, each one having a separate public IP addresses. Separate public IP addresses. But here it is, for all the things, we use only one public IP. One public IP address. So this is also getting same public IP. So this technique we call it as a PAT technique. Port address translation, or a PAT means port address translation, or it is called as a NAT overload. So you have a multiple private IP addresses. We are overloading on a single public IP address. You have a 10 devices, 10 private IP addresses, but you can manage with a single public IP address using PAT kind of technique. What is this technique? You can see here it is. This is an IP address, you are a private IP, and it mapped to the public. And the mapping is based on the some random port mapping. It is random port mapping. It is a port numbers are mapped here while it is sending. So we are all getting internet, or mainly our home internet connections. Home, small office internet connections, all broadband connections use PAT techniques only. That's why you're internally you are using a private network. Okay. Internally, it is a LAN communication. It is a LAN, and we use private IP addresses only. But when you are communicating outside of your LAN, you have to send a packets with a public IP. So in your router there is a PAT port address translation. It maps your local IP address to your public IP address. Okay, so it maps to your local IP address to public IP address using a port number technique. And you are putting all private IP addresses to one single public IP address called a NAT overload. Called a NAT overload. But there is a advantages and disadvantages using PAT. What is the advantages? You no need to buy more public IP addresses. Of course, anyway, you are using a broadband connection generally. We are all using a broadband connection, Airtel, Geo, Hathway, U broadband, ACT. Okay, so we are using a broadband connection. This ISP provider maintain your public IP. Which public IP you need to buy yourself also, and you need to decide also. So you will get a random public IP address. So that will be taken care by ISP. Your public IP address will take care by, and private IP address you are getting from your router or your local DHCP server. Okay. So when you are communicating outside, you communicate with a public IP only. So that is point. Now, guys, small understanding. You send a packet from BPC. You send a packet. This is the IP address up to router. Then it is translate with the public IP and it forward. It reach the destination. For example, you reach the facebook.com. Okay. And you ask a query. Then you will get a reply up to ISP with a public IP. From there to internally your private IP, reverse mapping based on your session ID and your port number. So your at ISP, it will understand where is the which one is the actual destination. Okay, so then it will forward to that side only. So there is a lot of mapping is there. So finally we received it. You send the packet, you receive it. Okay, you can able to access anything in the internet using this technique. But I said no, there is a disadvantage. For example, I have a server. As earlier scenario, I have a server and it is a web server. There is a person who want to access this website. Want to access this website. I told them this is my public IP. So he tried to reach, he will reach to the ISP with this IP address. But this IP address is mapped to multiple private IP addresses. So obviously this ISP does not understand who is actually original request go to that one server kind of stuff. So while you are sending, guys, remember while you are sending, you have your own IP address, and a port number. For example, this is a port number and your public IP, and this mapping with your port number is there. So when you receive, it will send like this. But when you receive it, again, because of this port number, we can understand which IP address it is. Okay, so because you are sending, so then you are receiving. Because of this mapping technique, it we can able to understand. But someone is trying to access your server directly through the internet with your public IP, but this public IP is not assigned to any specific server or a device or a computer kind of stuff, right? So because it's assigned to multiple devices. So if someone is trying to access your machine, okay, it will be confused at this point only, it will drop here only. That is not actually disadvantage, guys, because some people ask, sir, you are showing your IP address. Is a possibility to hack with you this IP address? No, so this IP address is my internal IP. If I send, then I will receive. Even someone knows my public IP address, still they cannot attack because of this public is mapped to several devices internet. Okay, so maybe if you got a doubt, anyway, you are not getting doubt. I am asking all doubt. Of course, as a PAT technique, it is a one-way direction of communication. Means if you send, you will receive. Or someone is trying to send it directly to you, they cannot send anyway. Okay? If you send, you will receive. But someone is trying to send something to you, you cannot receive it because it will drop right there. Because of this PAT technique, is port mapping is not clear with this. Someone is send a packet directly to you. Okay, that is not possible. But how hackers will do it? How hackers also try to hack your system with your public IP or private IP. Both are not, guys. As I said in a first part, this part, you send, you receive. As I said earlier, if you send a packet, you will receive a packet. So the path is there while you are sending. So there is a manipulation, the PAT manipulation, and then you are sending, right? Using same PAT manipulation, so reverse manipulation, so you will receive it. Okay. So what you done? You open some illegal websites, tiny URLs, small URLs will share with the WhatsApp, right? So like that, they open this URL, win the prize, you will get 1,000 rupees bonus points. Now you can purchase anything in Amazon in 24 hours, so you will get something. You open the link, then you are send some packet to the destination, and these are waiting to deliver something to you. It can be a virus, it can be a small application or a link or something you can able to try. He'll come directly to your PC and sit in your registry, which controls your system. Okay, you cannot move your system anywhere. Like you can control your system, hack your system. Malwares, trojans, spywares, anything they can able to deliver directly to your system once you open that link. Okay, so that's a dangerous. Second, if you want to download an application, guys, for example, I want to download an application. Go to VLC player, I want to download. So this is a videoland.org. It is a original website for the VLC player, official website. Go there, download. Okay. See it is Softonic, third party websites. Softonic. Okay, this is Microsoft apps related. This is different site. Look like a official, but not official. Not official kind of stuff. There is a so not only those kind of stuff, guys. Also, you can try. Okay, File Hippo, Softonic, CNET. Okay, so this is a File Hippo. That is a File Hippo, like a CNET, TextPart.
Sir, sir,
Yeah,
sir,
it will
how hackers hack our devices? Sir, it is possible that somebody click on any link, then hackers will hack the device. If
yeah,
somebody did not
definitely
click on the illegal website, how they hacks their devices? Is it possible or not?
possible. I
If
have seen.
uh, sir, how it's
It's like I have seen
is
a
it
ghost type only. Okay. Yeah, I said now. You send a request. The request
sir, no,
contains your details.
without so without any request and without any click on any illegal device, is it possible to hack any device or not?
Oh, means like mosquito kind of stuff. It's like
No,
you
sir.
open small window also, it will enter. So protection. So you use a protection, good thing. Even that is also not doing like you never open any link application. There is a possibilities also there, but still main possibilities are there like some illegal websites. So how it is accessible, guys? Illegal website, third party applications. So I closed it. File hippo kind of third party application downloads, torrents downloads. When you download an application, for example, I need some application. Okay. For example, I want to download this Oracle. This not Oracle. It is a Microsoft Team application, or maybe a Oracle database application. I download from some third-party tool or from torrents. I downloaded it. This application already something, the links or some information they are already given while downloading, or once you download and install, and while installing, you know I will tell ask toolbar. This is very dangerous one. Ask toolbar, Google toolbar, Yahoo toolbar. Nowadays it is, I have not seen that kind of stuff. It is there nowadays also. Some people still, why we are getting this ask toolbar, Yahoo toolbar, okay, Google toolbar. Even Google is not having a Google toolbar, this is the good one. So how many toolbars are there? Yahoo, AVG, this is something another one. See, ask toolbar, this is ask toolbar. Very dangerous one it is. So direct data stealing from your system, from your PCs. Okay? So why we are getting, guys? You download an application from third party website or main websites. You download an application. While you are installing an application, you do next, no? So that time there is a check marks are there. Check mark install Yahoo toolbar. Uncheck this one. Even sometimes you there is no check uncheck option also. Just you install an application, Avera will be installed in your PC. McCafe will install in your PC, or maybe there is a ad blockers kind of softwares will install. It is telling it is an antivirus, but it is a virus. Okay, okay, it is a virus. So, like I'm a police and actually is a thief. Then what you will do? There is a police with a police dress, but original is a criminal. You don't know, but he said I'm a police. Then come and protect us, and he come and kill you. Okay, so we don't know exactly, but means you have to be careful when you are installing an applications. Okay, so that's why it is a Windows, right? So point is, generally you won't get hacked, but when you are open illegal websites or a third party application, torrents download kind of stuff, so you are open up yourself to someone. And another point, how they will hack, guys, they have a software. When you click on that link, when you click on that link, or when you install a application, means you already given a information through certain link sending to through internet to their servers. They'll get all your information first of all. Okay, so they will deliver a small package to you. So that is called a Trojan horse or malware or a spyware. So that will sit in your in your computer registry. So once they connected to registry, so anytime they can enter into your PC. Once connection is established, anytime they can able to enter into your PC. I said no, I have seen. So not now, so many years back. Okay, almost like a 10 years back, 10 or 11 years back. Okay. So what happened? I have a desktop. We have a very good internet connection. Even it is a 600 kbps, not mbps, 600 kbps internet connection it is, but very good torrent download. I keep downloading movies, games, and everything. Okay, I tested it working or not working kind of stuff. So what happened? Every day afternoon, my system got a freeze. I got a doubt what happened. So one day I sit and I leave a computer aside and do some work and came back and I've seen there is a Yahoo chat box is open and mouse is moving automatically. The language is look like a Korean language. I got a doubt and fear. Something ghost is came into my computer. I kept try to move the mouse. Mouse pointer is not moving. But suddenly it is got closed. One by one it is get closed. Not a sudden close also. Sudden disappear also not there. One by one it is there. He closed it and leave everything. Then I got a doubt and I installed a software called this is malware bytes. I install the malware bytes, I scan entire my system, and mainly I scan registries. Scan the registry. Okay. So if you scan the registry where the malwares, trojans, spywares will go into the registries only. So first of all, I found some registry things. Means these malwares and all trojans are I found it. I removed it successfully. Then my system become free. Okay. So this is the very dangerous. Okay. And one I tried it. So that is what I tried kind of stuff is also there. I use a black track software. I create a tiny URL using black track Linux. Now it is Kali Linux. Okay, Kali Linux. Now it is a black track earlier name. I create a tiny link for a facebook.com. For a facebook.com, I created tiny link. I forward. I given to that time WhatsApp is not there, na? So we send through some messages to another person. We told for this is a testing purpose only. Okay, so we'll tell. I said open in another system. So he used this link and try to open the Facebook. Username, password is came. He given username and password. Click login. Immediately I got a username, password in my screen. In my screen, I got his username and password. It is how simple to gather the information. Yeah, officially you can do testing purpose. You can do. There is a lot of guidelines are there. Okay, so I'm not saying like everything is hackable kind of stuff. Of course, there it is, but generally more interesting part so main important thing is don't try to open illegal websites, don't click on ad kind of stuff. One is a better one is this is the browser. Brave browser is somewhat a ad blocker kind of stuff, means auto ad generations and all. Use any proper antivirus. I'm not suggesting any other things. Okay, I like this malware bytes. Generally I like this malware bytes, but payment is very high, so you can use freely also. Okay, so in a free also some few things are good. Okay, so here it is. That's the point, guys. Yeah, anyway, I completed this private IP and NAT and PAT technique also. I hope you got the point. Last one we got interested when I say about a hacking kind of stuff. Okay, so it's a good thing anyway. You got at least last some interested. Okay, last point I want to say that is whether I said or not. Guys, if you search in a Google, what is my IP address? You know how to check IP address already. I think already I told what is my IP address. If you put it in a Google, it shows your public IP. Shows your public IP address. Okay. And my IP address is this is. See, that is a NAT technique. What you will do, take all your devices like your mobile phone, your laptop, or some other mobile phone or laptop. like at least 2 to 3 devices. You can do this one, try. So first go to laptop, go to Google Chrome browser. What is my IP address? Note down the public IP and note down your private IP. So both the things. First one is your PC's private IP. Next one is your PC's public IP address. Okay. Same thing. Your mobile phone private IP. Go to settings. You can find it. Okay. And also open the browser in mobile phone. Type what is my IP address. Make sure all are connected to same Wi-Fi. Same Wi-Fi. All are connected to same Wi-Fi. Same internet. Same Wi-Fi. Okay. Same internet. Same Wi-Fi. So if you see your private IP address is different from one place to another place, means the last part is different. This is 137. Maybe other I have another computer, then it is maybe 135. Maybe I have a mobile phone that is 118 or 123. Something. This part will be different. This is same. This is different. Why? Class C, first three portions are network portion. So in the same network means same IP address. Same network means same network portion. Same network means same network portion. Only host portion is different. So your IP address, private IP shows first three are same, last one is different. But your public IP address for all the devices are mostly it is same. Mostly it is same. Same public IP address it will shows. Not same network, same address only it will shows. Sometimes it may changes, little changes may be there. There is a possibility of changes, but generally, I'm telling your public IP address for all devices is same. Why? Because of PAT technique, port address translation. So one public, all private. That's why the internet service provider is always ask you like how many devices you are using in your network. So number of devices increases, more this fact mapping is become more busy on server, so internet speed reduces. I have written something here. When we are when sorry we yeah your server get connected to internet, you need a public IP address. You don't want to configure IP your server with a public IP and you can use your private IP, or don't want to expose. So you have a IP address, you don't want to tell main IP, so you have to mask your main IP address with some duplicate IP address. Also you can use NAT. So guys, this is a very important one, APIPA type of IP address. Whenever you check an IP address of a device, if it is shows 192.168. Sorry. If it is showing first two octets like a 169.254 is a APIPA address. What is an APIPA? Why you are getting this kind of IP address? I am getting a proper IP like this. But if I am getting a this kind of IP, meaning is you are unable to get an IP address from DHCP server, or a conflict is occur. Means two systems, two or more devices having same IP address, two or more devices having same IP address, then a conflict is occur, so automatically APIPA appears there. Okay, that is one thing. But very importantly, guys, you have a DHCP server. From this server, we are all getting IP address. You can ask me, sir, I don't have a DHCP server. I don't have any server, but how I'm getting an IP address. Your Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP server. Your router is act like a DHCP server. From that DHCP server only, you are getting IP addresses. Point is here, you have a device. and you check the IP address, it is showing 169.254 and something dot something, means you got APIPA. Meaning is generally you should get IP address from DHCP server. From DHCP you should get an IP address. You are failed to get an IP address from DHCP server. Again, you fail to get IP address from DHCP server. System assign an IP address to the NIC with this APIPA address. The APIPA range system will assign. When you check your IP address on your system, it's showing 169.254 dot something dot something, means you got a APIPA IP address, means it is a error or a invalid IP address. If your device is unable to get IP address from DHCP server, if you are unable to get a IP address from DHCP server, then the device itself has an IP address in the range of APIPA. This is the APIPA range based on your MAC address. So you will get a remaining two portions. First two portions same, but remaining is there. It is a error, guys. You cannot communicate with the APIPA. Check DHCP server correct connection. So what to do? Find out why you are unable to get it. Is it DHCP problem, or maybe any blockage at server side or a client side? Any IP address delivery related issues, connectivity issues? Find it and solve it. Okay. So then go to your adapter, disable or enable your adapter. So then you will get a new IP address. If you got a APIPA address, check the DHCP server. If it is good, or make sure it is good, or repair it is. Okay, once it is good, go to your computer. So disable or enable the adapter. Right click on adapter, disable and enable. Or connect and disconnect the cable, also possible. Or you can go to command prompt, ipconfig release and ipconfig renew commands. Release means removing configured IP address. Means first it will remove this configured IP address and try to get a new IP address. I cannot do that commands on my laptop because of we will disconnect it. Guys, that's about your whole IP address. Actually, it is take only half an hour to 1 hour time maximum, but I have taken a full day of class. I started at 3, now it is 8:23. No, well, almost like we have taken more than less than 3 hours, but still it is good. If you understand, that is good. If you don't understand, that's so sad. Okay. Yes, understand IP address, subnet mask, default gateways, NAT, PAT. Okay. Go through once, you will get it. If you don't get it, you can ask me. Tell me. Shaurya.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. So that's it for today.